Hi everyone, welcome to the first actual devlog. So we're gonna deal mostly with the map and I'm gonna try and make it mysterious and fun, honestly. So let's get straight into it. Alright, so the first step is obviously going to be to just paint some textures here because we don't want to play on an empty checkerboard. So yeah, but while I'm doing that, let me just tell you a little bit about the game, the name of the game and story and what's actually going to be about. So the name of the game is going to be The Memory Collector. The story behind it is that you are a father and there is this monster that's roaming around called the Memory Collector. And he's stealing the memories of children and hiding them away, basically. And your daughter is also attacked by this monster and her memory is stolen away and encapsulated within these 3 items of jewelry, which are a tiara, a ring and a bracelet. These essentially represent the memories of your daughter. The player will have to find these items of jewelry around the map, but also avoid the Memory Collector, which, is the monster that is going to be inside the game. But, on a happier note, here is some 3D blue grass. Anyways, it was now time to change the skybox as this was a bit too warm and friendly for my game. Firstly, I asked Uncle GP for some help because I wasn't particularly sure how to change the skyboxes using the high definition pipelines, but sure enough, it pointed me in the right direction. On the other hand, I found some rather questionable skyboxes. What the fuck is this piece of... Anyways, after searching a little bit, I did find some really interesting skyboxes, and now I'm just fiddling a little bit with the colors to find something which, is going towards that, night, atmospheric, scary vibe which I'm aiming at. But guys, just check this out a little bit, just look at the difference between HDRP turned on and turned off. This is absolute crazy madness. Now, while this skybox may be really cool, I did find it a little bit too bright, and so I'm just gonna ask my good old pal Uncle GP here for a good advice about how to make it a little bit dimmer. And sure enough, it worked once again, and unsurprising. Now, obviously, a very important part of every map is just having a path. So the user kind of has a general idea where to go. So this is me being an absolute designer and artist and drawing a very complex path. Unfortunately, I did actually think that it was a bit too complex, so I just scraped the idea and I created a new one from scratch, which should be a little bit simpler. Now I'm just adding some finishing touches here and there with these cool brushes, and I'm also gonna add a little bit of snow on top of the mountains to make them a little bit more realistic. Maybe the Memory Collector is hiding somewhere within these mountains, who knows. Now I'm trying to just add a few assets in the game, but there's just a small problem with the fact that the texture is not rendering for some reason. I tried a whole bunch of textures, I tried a whole bunch of assets. They all seem to have this problem where the texture just won't render, so this essentially got me thinking that it may be a problem with the actual rendering pipeline. I even found this code, which I think is like a shader written in a code. I've never written a shader before, so I'm not really sure, but that was really cool. Anyway, some good news was that we managed to finish the playground, so to say. I mean, obviously the map is not entirely finished yet, but we've kind of structured a very clear playground, we've created the path, and we've also created a really cool skybox to help with the atmosphere and everything. Now, in a pretty awesome way, 2 days later this issue actually got fixed. While I was, watching tutorials and trying stuff from tutorials, I think what fixed it was just converting all the textures to HDRP compatible ones. However, an interesting issue that appeared now was that for some whatever reason, when I get further away from these assets, they just get brighter, which makes no fucking sense. And sometimes silly little bugs still appear. But still, I think we made some progress, so that's great. If you enjoyed this and you want to stay up to date with the progress, then make sure you hit the like below, subscribe, and also ring that notification bell. And in this way, you're actually gonna stay up to date with everything. So yeah, thank you so much. You're really awesome for staying until the end, and see you next time.